Hi guys, hey, it's Linz. It's Thursday morning. I think it's like 3:30, so that's why the lighting's kind of off. I'm sorry I didn't get this up yesterday. We actually lost power, and it was so hot in my bedroom because we're on the second floor. It was so hot I couldn't film. I could not film, so let's get right into it. So if you haven't seen already, this is my next journal, my new one. I got this off Amazon. It's called the Rainbow Yoga Bullet Journal. I'm in love with it. I mean, it's kind of flimsy. Like I already glued 2 pages together, but I could probably do 3 because if you'll see, you can see right through it. Like I'm not going to be able to use Sharpies with this, but that's okay. And then this was, I traced this from my Rainbow Bright coloring book. Glued it down in here and just outlined it with some skinny washi tape. So while I start prepping these pages, I'm going to read your guys' questions. You guys came with a ton of questions, so I want to get right into it. So I bet this video is going to be a long one again. Yay! But let me get comfy here and we'll get right into the questions. So I've already kind of pre-selected some washi to use. These are my new washies. So I'm just gonna get started with the question. So again, I apologize if the lighting's off. It's 3:30 in the morning and I prefer using natural light, but we can't. So, okay. Oh, why do they do this? All right, first question. While traveling, what and how do you pack your journaling supplies? I filmed a video on this probably a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago. I do have a specific journaling bag that I bring with me. I even bring it with me to work. It typically holds my journal, my pens, some glue sticks, maybe some stickers, depending on where I'm going. But yeah, you can find the video. I think it's called What's in My Bags, maybe. Next question, could you share some tips on journaling that you've learned from experience? I guess, I mean, the only tips really that I have would be, be honest. Write down your true feelings. I mean, there's no reason to lie. This is your journal, like, this is yours. These are your thoughts. So be honest. And honestly, there's no rules. I know people reach out to me. They're like, I just don't feel like writing. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. You guys have seen where I've skipped a week or I've skipped a couple of days. There's just days when I don't feel like writing. And then there's other days where, okay, I just screwed that up. And then there's other days where I can't stop writing. So it all depends on my mood and what I've got going on. So just remember that there's no rules to writing. You're not in a competition. This is strictly you documenting your life. There we go. All right. 3 hardest moments to journal and the 3 happiest. So I think the 3 hardest, definitely when my mom was dying of cancer. That was awful. That was hard to document because I couldn't stop crying. I was in so much pain just watching her struggle, and oh, it was awful. The next hardest would be when my brother passed away, because 2 days before he passed away, I dreamt that he died. I woke up in the morning and I told my husband about it. I said, I just had a dream that Joel died. And I saw him in the casket and we were at the funeral home. And my husband was like, oh, that's sad, blah, blah, blah. And then 2 days later, it happened. He passed away. So that was very hard to document because that was a surprise. With my mom having cancer, we knew it was coming. It didn't make it any easier whatsoever. But with my brother, it broke all of our hearts and just rocked our world. So that was definitely a hard one. And then my 3rd hardest, maybe when my son fell off our bed and broke his arm, that was hard. Or when my grandma died, that was really hard. Yeah, and maybe one day I'll share those journals with you guys. We'll see. My three happiest, probably, probably when I met my husband. I love reading that journal because I was so happy, and then of course when Mikey was born, which was bittersweet because my mom died the day we came home from the hospital. So it's hard to say because they all kind of intertwine with each other. How do I deal with anxiety? How do I let it out in my journals? I just write. I get it all out. I put it all out there. When something's bothering me, I just let loose in my journal. I really do. I don't hold back. Do I ever hold back on writing about anything because I worry someone now or in the future may read it? No. I've said it before. I don't write anything that I wouldn't, that I don't want anyone to see. Like if it's about my husband or a family member, like they already know. They know how I feel. So I don't have to hold back. Not at all. What got you started journaling? Honestly, I don't know. I just love to write ever since I could write. So, I wanted a diary. I remember I wanted a diary to write my boy crushes in, my schools, I was so little when I started. What else got me started journaling was my mom and I used to have a notebook. We would write back and forth to each other. And I think that might be what stemmed it. We would just write back and forth to each other, and then I just wanted to keep writing. So that's probably what got me started in journaling. My favorite journal to do was definitely my birthday journal, the Rainbow Bright themed journal. That one was really fun. And I'm thinking this one might be another favorite because it's just so colorful and I love it. So ideal journal to use. I don't discriminate. I don't care for small ones because I write so much. So anything larger, but brand or anything, I don't discriminate. I'm an equal opportunity employer when it comes to journaling and journaling supplies. 3 biggest milestones. Probably having my son, getting married. I don't know. Graduating high school? That was huge because I was dumb and barely graduated because, yeah, I was not a good teenager. Not a good teenager at all. Have you ever been over a journal? And if so, what did you do? Several times when I was younger, I would just be sick of a journal. So I would either end it right where I was, like I didn't care, or I would fill it up with doodles or, just be done with it. I'm not going to waste my time working in a book that I don't like. So, and favorite place to buy journals? I think right now, I'm going to say Amazon, you guys. There's tons and tons of journals on Amazon. It's amazing. So, yeah, I'm going to say Amazon right now. Do you prefer to have lined journals or unlined journals? I can work with anything. I really can. Like this is Dot. Oh, you gonna say hi? Stuart. Hi, baby. Oh, okay. Like this is dotted and this is fine. I can write in the little spaces, but even unlined, I'm okay. I mean, it's harder. My handwriting looks like poo because I can't write in a straight line all the time, but and then do you normally glue or tape your pages together? I always glue with a glue stick. I use these. These are like my go-to. You can get like a huge, I think it's like a 24 pack at Sam's Club for $7. So I just stock up whenever we go. Can I do an updated collection video? Absolutely. If you guys want to see that, I'd love to. And what are my plans for all of my journals? Are they in my will? I don't have a will. Should I? I don't know what age you're supposed to get a will. I'm not good at this stuff. But my plans are to pass them on. If I go before my husband, he knows that I really want mine to be published. I want them all kind of put together in a memoir of my life. I don't know, it's always been my dream to have a memoir, or to write a memoir of my life from beginning to end. So when you write, do you write as if you're talking to someone? Not exactly. I'll have to share one of my entries with you guys to kind of give you an idea of how I start mine every day. I usually start off with any dreams I had the night before, how my day was, and what's new. But yeah, I'll share one of my entries with you guys so you can see exactly how I write my entries. Let me just check, make sure you guys are, move this up here. Okay. Sammy, what are my religious beliefs? Do I believe in God? I do believe in God. I've been kind of struggling with this for a while. And I know this is really personal. This, you know, you're never supposed to talk about politics or religion, but I do believe in God. But I don't know. After I lost my mom and my brother within 3 months of each other, I just started questioning everything. Like, why would he do this? Why would God allow this? Why would that, you know? But I do know that God gave me my son because he knew that I was going to lose my mom and my brother. I am a firm believer in that. So I do believe in God. I'm just, I'm open to other religions. I like learning about what other religions believe. Yeah. So thank you, Sammy. How many pages do I normally write each day? It just depends on what's going on, how I'm feeling. There may be a day where I only write half a page, and then the next day I might write 7. It all depends on what's going on and if I feel like writing. So again, it's no competition. You don't have to write X amount of pages every day. You know, it's whatever you feel like doing. That's cute, right? Alright, let's get some rainbows up in here. This is really cute. Let's see. Do I have any other hobbies? I do. You guys know I do Project Life as well. That's that pocket scrapbooking. I like to make cards for people for special occasions and card making. I dabble in art journaling. I don't know. I like to read. I like to doodle. I like pen pals. Anything artsy fartsy. Coloring books. I guess collecting washi and stickers is a hobby, right? Stuart Little. Hi. Here. Wanna play? Get it. No. You can't plop your booty down. Come here. Oh, sorry. So yeah, lots of hobbies. Do I ever get judged because my husband is African? So I could probably make a whole nother video on this. Stuart. Yes, my husband is from Ivory Coast, West Africa. Stuart. Oh my goodness, you guys. Is he in? Yep, you get a kitty butt in the frame. Yay. Sorry, guys. Let me scooch this. Yep, he's from Ivory Coast, West Africa. So our son is mixed, and I think our son is beautiful. He has white people hair. I hate saying it like that, but he does. He has white people hair, and it's curly, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, and we don't get judged much anymore, I think, because, you know, I mean, look at the world we live in now. But when we first got together, we did. We had a few instances, like when we went to get our first car together, the salesman called us, look at that Oreo couple over there. Oreo couple. Like, really? So ignorant. And my dad got angry. I started crying because when I get angry, I cry. But yeah, we've had a few instances. Stuart, but now I think we're safe. Like, everybody's used to interracial relationships, and my family has fully accepted him. His family's fully accepted me. So, yeah, but I could do a whole other video on that sometime. Would I like to speak another language, and what countries would I like to visit? I need to learn how to speak French because that's my husband's first language. His whole family speaks French. His mother that lives with us speaks French, and it has caused lots of problems. So French is definitely number one. And would I like to visit another country? Yes, I want to go to his country, the Ivory Coast, because I need to meet his family. I've only ever met his mom and a handful of cousins, so I really need to visit there. But I mean, we've priced flights there for all three of us, and it's ridiculous. The airfare is like, I think it was like $3,500 each. So with getting a house soon, that's not something that'll happen for a while. Would I be willing to film a flip through of my pregnancy and or wedding journal? So I didn't have a traditional wedding. We got married at the courthouse and then had a reception later in the summer. I don't remember. I'm sure I journaled about it, but it was nothing fun. I didn't do like a wedding journal or anything. So, and my pregnancy journal, I don't mind sharing it with you if you guys don't mind feeling sad, because it was all about my mom. I mean, it was about me too, being pregnant, but it was also about my mom dying. So I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm happy to share that with you guys. What do I pack when I travel? Meaning journaling supplies. I always bring lots of glue sticks, lots of pens, markers, double-sided tape, and I think that's pretty much it, because when I'm traveling, I just like to collect things and jot little notes in my journal, and then when I get home, that's when I do my actual travel journal. So, all right, we're done with that one. How do I manage to write consistently? How do I not get bored? I think because journaling is therapy for me. It really is. I've gotten into a routine where every morning when I wake up, I journal. And it truly makes me feel better. I've said it a million times. Journaling is therapy for me. And instead of paying a therapist, you know, whatever, $150 an hour to listen to me, I just hoard journaling supplies, and this is my therapy. So, yeah. And how do I not get bored? I think, honestly, it's the washi tape and the stickers. That's how I don't get bored, because every page is different. It makes it fun, and it helps a lot. So you guys, you'll see, if you're not already, if you start decorating your journals, you'll see how just adding a sticker or two, or, you know, outlining your pages with beautiful washi tape, it helps. It truly does. So are you ever tempted to write about an image you've put in your journal, or have you ever done this? Yes. If I come across an old photo tucked away somewhere, I'll stick it in my journal and I'll write about that. If someone pops into my mind from my childhood, I'll write about that. Like a few months ago, I found a picture of this couple I knew when I was in high school, and I put their picture in my journal and wrote about them. And yeah, I guess in other images, like magazine clippings, maybe. If it sparks something in me, I will. I hope that's what you meant. And she sticks stamps in her journal. Have I ever considered sticking some favorites in mine? I think you mean postage stamps. I might be wrong, but I'm thinking that's what you meant. I've never done postage stamps, only because I feel like I'd be wasting the stamp, you know. But with my recent purchases, those Scooby-Doo and Disney villains, I might just do that because those are so stinking adorable. But also when I get Happy Mail from other countries, I do put those, their stamps in my journal because I think they're so cool. I love seeing stamps from other countries. Opinion on country music, singers like Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson. I hope I don't offend anyone, but I have never, ever liked country. I've tried. I mean, there's a few here and there, a few songs that I can stomach, but I can't do it. I've never been able to do it, to get into it. So I hope that didn't offend anyone. Oh, I cut this one too short. That's okay. Have I ever written a book or considered it? I really, really want to write my memoir. I really do. I want to share it with the world. I know a lot of people say I've been through so much, you know, everybody's been, look what I just did. Everybody's been through their share of stuff, you know. None of us had a perfect childhood, had a perfect upbringing, nothing. But not too many people can say that they've been through what I've been through, where, you know, I mean, it's a tragedy where you lose your mom and then 3 months later you lose your brother, all while having a newborn child. So, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, I had a beautiful childhood, but I also had some rough patches, and I really want to share my story with the world, you know. Oh, I screwed that one up. That's okay. What's my bucket list of things I want to do before I die? That one really threw me for a loop because no one's ever asked me that. And I really need to sit down and think about, like, make my bucket list, which is something that might be fun to do in my journal, and you guys can do it too. I know for sure one of the things is to travel the world. I want to go see my husband's country. I want to go to Paris. I'd love to go to Italy, Ireland, and then I'd love to rent an RV and go RVing across the United States. I think that would be so cool. And then, of course, write my memoir, get published. And I would also love to create my own brand of journals. I think that would be so cool, like pre-decorated journals. Wouldn't that be cool? I would totally buy that. So that's just a few things, but very good question, Karen, because I need to really sit down and make that list. So thank you. When writing about childhood memories, are they random or chronological? And have I ever considered writing a memoir of my childhood? So when I write about my childhood memories, they're just random. They're completely random, whatever pops into my head. And yeah, there's no rhyme or reason. It's basically whatever just popped into my head, and I just write about it and go on and on and on. And yes, I want to write a memoir. I just dropped this whole roll, you guys, right under my desk. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that right now. I want to decorate. I'm going to open these stickers that I got from Target the other day. Oh yeah, Sail This Universe. What are my moon and ascendant signs? I did try to check that out. I didn't like the website that I used, and it was very confusing. Like, I'm not dumb or anything, but it was hard to understand what they were saying. So I'm going to check that out again when I get more time. But so stay tuned for that. Has Mikey ever had a passion for journaling? When he was little, when he first started writing, I got him to journal like mommy. But now that he's 14 and, well, soon to be 14, and into his friends and, you know, hanging out all the time, no, he has no interest. In fact, I asked him the other night while I was journaling, I said, do you ever want to read my journals? And he said no. So there's that. My favorite washi right now, that's a tough one. I don't really have a favorite right now, but anything rainbow, you know the drill. Anything rainbow. Where do I get my magazines? I subscribe to a couple magazines. Amazon always has good sales on subscriptions, and then my coworkers always bring me in magazines too. And I've heard you can get them from your library too. Do I write back to fans? First, I don't. You guys aren't fans. You guys are friends. I don't like the term fans because I'm nobody. I am nobody. I promise. But yes, I do. When you guys send me goodies, I try to write you back. If you write me a letter, I try to write you back. If I've missed some people, I apologize. I have a whole stack over here of people to write back. So yeah, I appreciate you guys taking your time to write me, that means a lot, that you took time out of your day to send me something. So I always want to send you something back. And how many pages do I write a day? Again, it varies. It just depends on what I have on my mind and what's going on and how much time I have. And how long do my journals last? My last journal lasted just under a month, so it all depends on how much I'm writing and decorating. And who are my favorite YouTubers to watch? You guys, don't laugh at me. I like Trisha Paytas. I adore her. I think she's so cute, and I think she's a good person. She's very caring. I know she can be silly, but I can't watch her mukbangs anymore because I just can't. I have better things to do with my time, and I don't mean that in a mean way. I also like the Journal CEO and the Nerd Journals, of course. Jelly Belly, because I love her art journaling. I have quite a few subscriptions, so I don't really have a favorite because I love everyone. Everyone brings their own style, you know? So, and that was it, you guys. That's all the questions that I wrote down this time. I think I've gotten more on my post yesterday. Let me see where we're at. We're at 26 minutes, so that's where we're at. So I hope you enjoyed this part 2 of the Q&A. If you have more questions, if you want a part 3, hey, I'm down for it. Just let me know. But I'll be filming again Sunday. Hopefully I'll be able to fill this up. I really need to write right now, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time. But isn't she cute? So yeah, if you guys have something, like I bought, let me get it, tracing paper. I haven't used this since I was little, so I ordered this from Amazon. It was like $7, and I just traced my Rainbow Bright coloring book because I don't want to color in this thing. It's so adorable. So I just traced it. See, here it is. I traced it, and that way I can add it into my journals. I can send it to pen pals. It's so fun. So just an idea if you don't want to ruin your coloring books. If you want to do gifts for someone, such a cute idea. So that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again. I will see you Sunday with another video as long as we don't lose power. All right, you guys. Happy Thursday. Love you guys. Bye-bye.